A very warm welcome to one and all to another amazing episode of Success Tales. Real people, real stories. Today we have the pleasure of having a very special guest in our Global Indian segment. I am so proud to present to you Ms. Nupur Tewari, the founder of HealTokyo and HealIndia, straight from the land of rising sun, Japan. She is known internationally for award-winning transformation and mindfulness coaching. Nupur works as a public motivational speaker and spiritual healer through activities like yoga consultation. She brings unique insight on Japanese culture and global outreach. She is an international influencer in Tokyo. Currently, she facilitates 3 online talk shows, taking on hosting duties for the Nupur Tewari Show. As the first Indian-based talk show produced in Japan, it is strengthening those cultural and business ties between the two nations. She is the first Indian in Tokyo who's taking most of the Indian athletes' interviews on during the ongoing Olympic on behalf of Republic TV. She has also been awarded as the most fabulous woman leader in spiritual healing, yoga, motivational speaking, and transformational mindfulness coaching by UP Book of World Records. She has become a popular personality in Tokyo and abroad. Media coverage is a common sight at her stage speaking sessions. Japanese programs have called her an unofficial ambassador of India within Japan. She's the first Indian to pay tribute to 3 Indian heroes on 75th Independence Day who have direct connection with Japan. In heavy rains, she went to 3 different places and paid tribute to Ras Bihari Bose, Subhash Chandra Bose, and Justice Radha Vinod Pal. Hi, Nupur. Welcome to Success Tales, and we are so delighted to have you with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Yes, Nupur. So, Nupur, I will not take much time, and let us just start with your interview. So, in one of your interviews, you said that during your initial years, you thought you were different from everyone else. How was your childhood?
I think those when you are a child, you feel when I felt that I was different than everyone else, then I was not that wise, and today I feel like we all are different, and that difference we have, that is we need to respect and we should recognize. So yeah, my childhood, I go back to my childhood. Yes, I was very different. And that was the problem also, that I was very different, and the thing I used to do, it was not very common in my age. Like the girls used to wear a lot of makeup, or used to wear good clothes and going out looking for boys. I was like, okay, I don't know what they are doing. I didn't have those interests. I'm not saying they were wrong or they're right, or I was wrong or I was right, but yes, I was different because I never felt like doing anything like that. I felt like, why I'm going to impress someone. I just always wanted to be myself, and I always thought that always I had in my mind that I'm here, I'm born to do something. This life is should not be wasted. I'm not saying those who are not doing anything, they're wasting their life again. No, they are doing, everybody's doing something in their lives. Even a housewife is contributing towards her families and raising children. It's like biggest job in the world. So everybody's doing something, but yeah, everybody has different purpose. So I had different purpose at that age. I understood that I have different purpose. I'm not here, I'm not born to be here, or I'm not born to be this kind of thing, but other people or the girls are doing. I have bigger purpose and different purpose. So that thing, definitely it was inside me. I don't know what made me feel that, or who instigated, or who just put it inside me, that I feel that the universe actually did its work. And so yes, I was really a very different child. My upbringing was really amazing. My village has had no access to the town, no electricity. So,
Mm.
and no road, no vehicles, anything. So we had Belgari, so it just, it's a real village. So nature, everything is organic,
Right.
everything in our family, like we never bought even anything. Gehu se lekar, gehu, rice, everything, oil,
Mm.
whatever oil, you name it, we used to produce. So wonderful childhood. I cannot ask for a better childhood. Wonderful. Everything traditional. We used to have Gita
Mm.
recitation and
Wow.
a lot of like traditional, spiritual, and organic childhood I had, I would say.
You were brought up in West Bengal, right?
Yes, yes. I'm from West Bengal. Exactly.
Right,
Yes,
Nupur.
I'm from West Bengal. There's a um, uh, district called Murshidabad. So
Hmm.
there is in Murshidabad there is a village.
Okay.
So originally I'm from there. Yes.
Right,
So
right, Nupur.
wonderful childhood I had.
Wow,
Wonderful. I
Nupur.
just today I feel like I was so blessed to be born with the parents I was born,
Of
and
course.
family and the place, and everywhere greenery, like
Hmm.
you're so much you can just imagine, just you are looking at the blue sky at
Mm.
night, just looking at the stars, and you are imagining beyond your boundaries and taking yourself wherever you want. There is totally quiet,
Right.
and so unimaginable beautiful childhood I had. Yeah.
Right, Nupur. So, Nupur, since you said you also, came from a very small village in West Bengal, and wherein, we had other girls who were worried about their marriage, about the looks, and since you are also from a traditional and a conservative family, as you said, so I read it somewhere that even, as a woman, even you faced a few traumatic experiences, wherein you have also mentioned somewhere about being forced into marriage by a super rich man. So I would like to know, like, how did you deal with that during that young, tender age?
Okay, so I would like to say that yes, I'm from a traditional family, not
Hmm.
conservative family.
Hmm.
So, not at all conservative family.
Okay,
So, I never experienced the discrimination between boys and girls in my family. No,
brilliant.
we are not. We never.
Hmm.
We are totally traditional family, and we are brought up equally.
Hmm.
So I never from my parents I never heard that because he's a boy,
Right.
he can do that, because you're a girl you cannot do that. So everything was very equal
Lovely.
inside our family. So not at all conservative we had everything access. But yes, when you are in a society you have
Hmm.
to definitely maintain some rules. We have to,
Hmm.
society has some rules, so
Right.
those things definitely we had to do. The family, every family has their own rules.
Right.
So the simple example I'm giving you, like today after corona everybody's saying, like from 2020, when you're coming from outside, wash your hands, take off your clothes, right? So it is totally hygiene.
Yes. Yes.
So we have been doing that since
Right.
very childhood.
Yes.
So whenever we used to play outside and we used to come back home, we used to wash our feet, our hands, take off our that clothes, and used to wear different. Even we used to take, sometimes we used to take shower also. Even whenever we are back from school, the same thing
Hmm.
we used to do. So it was not like you are touching someone. That's why it is totally
Hmm.
hygiene. You know, so we
Yes.
have been doing that since very childhood. So every family, but I have observed other families, they never did it. So our family, the people used to say, your family is very strict. Whenever you go out, you have to come back, you have to, take off your clothes, you have to wash your hands, feet, everything.
Hmm.
So today I realized that that time I also felt that why my family is really doing that and asking us to do that. It was very much troublesome, every time when
Hmm.
you go out. But today when I realized that it was very much necessary
Yes, of
for
course.
hygiene things, right? So yes, now I'm coming back to your question. Yeah, so it is like I was in a society where we were, it was a very common thing. Like when you are getting like the age of 14, 15 or
Mm-hmm.
something, like you are getting married. Your families just if someone is asking
Hmm.
you for becoming their bride, or it
Right.
used to happen.
Right.
It things I think still happen, these kind of things, mostly arranged marriages. So
Hmm.
yes, it was in my family never happened those kind of things, but before that, before I'm talking about
Hmm.
traditionally, since my my aunt and everyone, they never got married in very young age. But definitely it was very common. It was very common in
Hmm.
village. So even our neighbors, the other girls I saw, I used to call them Didi. The moment they're becoming a little bit 16, 17,
Hmm.
or just getting married,
Right.
they're all the arranged marriages are
Hmm.
happening. So when this incident happened, it was when I was like, I think I was 16 or something, and
Mm-hmm.
I came to the town for my 11th grade. And I it was very much culture shock for me, because I came from a
Hmm.
different kind of traditional background and village. Though my in village, our school was almost 4 kilometers away, so I used to
Mm-hmm.
walk to the school. It was also a very exciting story, through the mud, through sunny days, during sunny days, during rainy days, used to walk to school, and not with good shoes, or sometimes even barefoot we used to walk.
Mm-hmm.
So it was again the very beautiful episode of my life. And that is so when I came to the town for my 11th grade, it was really great culture shock for me, because
Hmm.
girls were different, I was
Right.
different, and they used to they used to speak like anything,
Hmm.
they and I didn't know even I didn't know even one word of like in front of boys they were speaking like anything, and I'm there. I'm like, oh my god, they're from different planet, and I'm from either
Hmm.
I'm from different planet or they're from different planet. So that was kind of culture shock, first culture shock I experienced in my life, even within the same district, within the same kind of language they used to speak.
Hmm.
And but yeah, that was culture shock. And there, yes, the incident happened. Sometimes the
Hmm.
boys, or maybe older men, they just come to your family when you
Hmm.
get married with your daughter. But my family was not ready for that, and I was not ready, so we denied. And sometimes people have their ego problem, they don't want to
Hmm.
be denied,
Right.
right?
Right.
So they cannot accept the denial.
Yes.
So yeah, that time that started following me. And my family is very peace loving family, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
to send me to my maternal uncle's place. And then
Mm-hmm.
you know but it that guy did not give up. It's
Okay.
at that time, so a lot of things happened.
Hmm.
It was really very difficult for me at
Mm-hmm.
that age. And very difficult. Today it seems really easy to get out, but it went on like few
Hmm.
years, really 2 3 years it was. And 3 years, yeah, it went round. And you're always scared somebody is
Yes.
following you,
Yes.
somebody can kidnap you. you
Right.
know and when you have money in a small town, you can buy anything, you can buy some
Hmm.
people, and they can kidnap you also. So it was very scary experience for at that age, 16, 17.
Hmm.
And then I think 4 years almost went on, on and off, on and off.
Mm-hmm.
So even it disturbed my own education also, because I
Right.
wanted to do. I always had dream. I just loved history. I always had dream doing history
Hmm.
honors, then MA, then PhD, then something I would have loved to do with history. History used to be
Hmm.
my favorite subject, but I got honors on history, but I could not go to college for the first I think
Hmm.
1 or 2 days, sorry, 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay.
And like when there is always waiting list, and when you are absent, your attendance is not there, so that when a place is given to someone else because you
Yes.
are not there in the university.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that happened to me when I went. After 2 weeks, I found out that my place is already has been given to someone else. So that
Mm.
was really heartbreaking because I always
Mm.
from my family, nobody walked outside, nobody went
Right.
outside. We're like, as I said, very traditional zamindar family. We used to do
Mm.
business, or totally, we never had any problems. Never thought that we have to get out of from this small town or village. So
Mm.
I had dreamed to go outside beyond
Right.
that. So that education, I made my key that through
Mm.
my education only, this education only can take me outside of
Right.
this small town. So when I did not get that history honors, so it was kind of death to me. Like I thought I
Mm.
cannot do anything in my life because that was the only
Mm.
medium can take me out from this place.
Right.
So but anyways, things happen, and today at this age I understand that many things happen for good also, but
Mm.
you should not stop striving. And I got the travel and tourism management. That was totally different subject. I never
Right.
I took it because I thought, something which can
Mm.
replace my history honors and can take me out also. So I took that, and it was also a great experience, studying a lot
Mm.
of economics and a lot of other subjects were associated with it. But yeah, that experience, your question, yes, it was really terrible experience at
Mm.
that age of my life, and it disturbed my mental peace, my physical,
Yes.
even physically also disturbed me a lot, and
Mm.
it stopped me pursuing my dream.
Mm.
So yes, it was a terrible experience of my life.
Right. But
Yeah.
then, so glad that you came out of it finally and you handled it so gracefully. Right. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we just feel that we have no choice but
We have no choice.
surrendering. But I think I would like to just
Hmm.
advise all the young girls over there
Mm-hmm.
that don't give up that easily, because life is, in the end, life is yours, and what
Yes.
you do, and you should just never give up on your dreams, never give
Right.
up on your uh, things you want to do,
Right.
and never surrender to the evil power.
Right.
Because it's, as I said, it is end of the day, it's your life, and life is only
Yes.
one. So do justice towards your life, to your life. That is the most important duty of
Yes.
yours.
What a beautiful message, Nupur. Lovely.
Thank you.
Yes. So you were an excellent student with great grades in school and university as well. And you also took up course in tourism and management. While studying, you also took up a small teaching job for making some money as well. How did you land with your job outside your village, your first job?
Oh, actually, you know, like yeah, when I tell these stories to
Mm-hmm.
someone, you know, so people say you should just start writing, because
Hmm.
there will
Right.
be a lot of movies, Bollywood movies on that. Those actually, it was, as I said, it was really impossible, and because nobody worked from outside, nobody went outside from my
Hmm.
family, and the girls, I though we're raised equally, but since it was not that, nobody expected that I will go
Hmm.
outside.
Hmm.
So that is one. Secondly, that I never expressed my dreams to anyone. So
Hmm.
people had no idea that.
Right.
People always thought that she's just maybe after her bachelor degree, just she'll be married off, or all those
Uh,
things. Because I have always been very quiet. Like at home, I used to speak a lot. When I'm outside, very quiet. Like I'm always talking to myself. In my head, I'm
hmm.
having conversation, but I'm in front of. I used to be very socially awkward, I would say. Like I didn't know how to speak. I still
Hmm.
remember in my friend's house that she had her birthday, and there was a lot few boys and girls, and they're talking, speaking in English, in
Hmm.
the small time talking about, and I didn't know I didn't know what to say. Socially awkward I was, and so everyone. I don't think anybody ever expected that Nupur will go out and she has been thinking that, planning her life that way. Nobody had that
idea.
Nobody imagined, because my mother used to be very busy with the family and all these things. Big family, joint family we had. But one thing, my mother always wanted me to be independent, my mother especially. And others, I don't think anybody thought that she has been thinking anything. So anyways, my mother always wanted me to be independent, and I always had seen my mother just since morning to night, just constantly she has been working for the
Right.
family. And I questioned myself that time, that is it really life? Like, what are you achieving out of this life? I'm not saying again judging people, but yes, at that time I thought that, seeing my mother, that since morning she has been waking up, she's just doing for others. She just continuously, she was married at the age of 16, and since 16 she started doing all these things. What really she got out of this life? And that was, I have been questioning, and a lot I never told that to my mother, but I, since a very early age, I was questioning myself, like, what she has been achieving from her life when she cannot spend that much time with her children also. We hardly talk when you go to bed, because she's really tired end of the day. And so it is, I always thought my mother was my main motivation, actually. So my father was very happy person, very happy, very happy and a wonderful human being. Whoever used to come, he used to give away all the things, like take this, take that, and helping others, and feeding many people. And so I had no problems with my father. I knew my father is very happy with his life. That was totally satisfied life. But my mother was not actually the life she wanted, and I was not happy with the life she was living, actually. So because and maybe my mother wanted to live through me, to have life through me. So that was the that question always haunted me, like, why is it really life, this life? Do I want this kind of life, or I want my mother to have this life? So that was another inspiration, another motivation of mine to be to do something in life, so I can also can help my mother, take my mother out of there. So that was and I always wanted to make a small house, because we had huge acres of place, and house, and so I wanted to build a small beautiful house for my mother. That was my dream since my childhood. So so I when I did, as you mentioned, that I took a job. Actually, I came the first class first in my university. So another college there, the head of the department of economics, he hired me. He said, okay, when you can just teach the next batch as a guest lecturer. So I started my life, the teaching from the university. I'd say very proudly, I can say that.
Wow.
And I started teaching almost the same age. So the boys never listened to me. They used to just look at me like, and so it was very awkward also. But the socially awkward I was, but all of a sudden I started teaching. It's such a miracle.
That's a huge
I started
transition.
teaching. I'm teaching the almost same age. The students used to be same age as mine. So that was the beautiful experience of my life. I started teaching, and I was earning a little bit money. That when I completed my last year of university, Then time I thought that I have to go, and now I have to get out of here.
Okay.
And that time I was told the joint family, not by my parents, but other people, the family members, that you are not. I wanted to pursue the higher studies, MA, actually. So I said, this much money I need, and I want to go in this university. So I was told that no, you are not supposed to go. You just either you stay at home or you just get married. So I was given that answer. So that answer also kind of brought like death. Like it's better to get married, to die than getting married, and just killing all the dreams. That time I thought, if I get married, I will kill all the dreams of mine. So that time it was difficult, mentally very difficult. But I just tried. Few cards, we had seminars, and few cards I had with me. I kept calling few organization in Kolkata, and immediately there was one position which somebody was going on a leave for a month. And I was they asked me, can you come and work for a month? I said, sure, I can come. So I left home with my mother's blessing. So I left home on that day. So today I'm talking to you. That's why.
Wow.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
That's so commendable, Nupur. So commendable. And mothers are just next to God. And if we have our mothers and parents' blessings, I think we can fly anywhere we want to, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So I had only that. I had that 500 rupees I earned from teaching in another college. 500 rupees, my mother's suitcase, few pair of clothes, and my parents' blessing. That's all. I did not take, and very proudly I can say that, I did not take any penny from anyone. I earned that 500 rupees, even not from my father also. My father wanted to give me money, but I said, I have always been very independent. So I said, no, I don't want to take money from you. I have my 500. Let me just go, because I'll get my salary also next month. So that was my mother's suitcase, my parents' blessing, and I left my home against everybody's will. So here I am in front of you. After a lot of journey, a lot of difficult stages of my life, today I am here and giving you an interview.
Right, Nupur, definitely. So your hard work paid off, and you are so self-motivated, you are so self-driven, and I think that's commendable, Nupur. Join Mitsubishi also, ma'am, right?
And so it just so after 1 month, I didn't know what I was going to do after 1 month, because I was there for 1 month. So after 1 month, yes. So I joined the MNC, and I think from there my life changed. But the MNC experience was very bad, actually.
I just read that you also dealt with workplace harassment. So
yes,
isn't it? Yeah. Then how did it I mean, I would like to know from you, like, how did it impact you, and how did you deal with that?
So when you are from a very traditional family, and since I left home against everybody's will, so it was a big responsibility keeping my family's values intact, and I never compromise because of my own selfish reason. So so that is and when you are a girl, and everybody sees you as a pretty girl, nothing else, just you are here, just you are working here. After work, you have to just party with us, you have to just be a girl. That's why that's all. Be a cute girl. So but that was not the reason. I was outside. I just wanted to do something with my life. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I didn't have any specific plan, because I was not an engineer, neither doctor, neither anything specific. I had no solid financial background. So I didn't know what I was going to do, but definitely I was sure that I would be doing something with my life. That I was sure about. So when you are there, that definitely people expect a lot of things, and you are people really don't expect you to be innocent. which I was totally. I was from a village traditional family. The outside, I was raised in a family which was had no access with outside world. So I
Right.
was totally innocent. So people really
Right.
don't believe that you are innocent, right?
Right.
So, but I had values which kept me totally who I was, even though I was in different place, but kept me inside my home. So I
Right.
used to work, I used to go back to my room, which was not very much
Mhm.
desirable in a corporate world.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that made me also different from other girls. The other girls were there, so they were looking for grooms. They are there
Mm.
just have one. It was the first direct investment of Japanese. So there was a lot of great engineers. The other girls joined, and they joined that company with the goal of having a
Right.
having a husband, a good
Mm.
earning husband, which actually, and they used to advise me like, why don't you just have a relationship with a guy and get married, kind of.
Mm.
So I was really tired of those conversation, and I said,
I
I'm not here
understand.
to just get married with someone. I'm here to do something with my life, and that's
Right.
why I left home, not to get married with someone.
Right.
So that nobody understood me. A girl can be different than them,
Yes.
so
Yes.
so yes, being different, being keeping on my traditional values made me very different from them,
Good.
and that was the reason that since I never compromised with them, and I just
Yes,
worked
that's
and being
brilliant.
I was myself. So, and that attitude of mine created a lot of enemies, and I
Mm.
had to really slap someone at the workplace. And
Wow.
so, yeah, and I'm very proud of it that I
You
did at that
should
time.
be.
Yeah, so if I wouldn't have done, I would, that would have been really very shameful for me.
Mm.
But today I feel really so proud that I would have done that, and nobody would have believed that the people knew me that I could do that, because I people used to think, because I'm
Mm.
quiet, I'm most of the time I don't
Mm.
speak, and I was not
Right.
very much outspoken person. So yeah, so it was unbelievable for others to believe that I could do that, but I'm so proud that I did that, and I'm very proudly would like to tell all the women who are watching,
Hmm.
don't ever compromise which is against your values. You
Right.
understand who you are, you don't have to compromise to
Yes.
do something, to be
Correct.
someone,
Correct.
there. But definitely it doesn't have anything to do with your pride and ego, but what is right, what that is right. If you believe
Right.
in right things, then follow that. You don't have to
Yes.
abandon that right things just to
Right.
compromise with the wrong things. So
Right.
right is always right, never compromise with that. So
Right,
yes.
Nupur. We are so proud of you and so commendable that you stood up for yourself and you took the right decision. I mean, we are equally proud of you, Nupur. Hats off to you for that.
Thank you. So it just there are a lot of small town girls are coming to big cities. This is
Hmm.
the message I would like to give to all the
Hmm.
small town girls. Work hard, but never compromise with your ethics, values. If
Hmm.
they are good. You don't
Right.
have to sell yourself because you want to be someone or you want to do someone in your life. Things
Right.
will come. Just work hard and be there, believe in yourself. That should be the only
Right.
mantra, not with the not never compromise with the wrong things.
Right.
So
Right.
that should be your main mantra.
Lovely, Nupur. So then you moved to Japan, and I can truly understand, like, since the official language of Japan is Japanese, and how difficult it must have been to adapt to the new country as well. And now you are the founder of Heal Tokyo Moment as well. So, Nupur, I read that you founded Heal Tokyo Moment in 2017, but it all started in 2015 when there was this Kumamoto earthquake that devastated large areas of Kyushu. So many of them lost their homes. You started free yoga sessions, and you started counseling to the grief-stricken people and families. Please tell us something about your experience and what led to Heal Tokyo moment.
Actually, Heal Tokyo, I think it just started from 2003 when I landed in Japan, So I would say, because that was the time I started spreading Indian values, Indian tradition, and the good things about all in Japan, because I found that Japanese really, many places I lived, I first when came, that was Matsuyama, and this is in Shikoku Island, and there were no Indians actually, very few, maybe one or two. I didn't know, I heard that there were one or two. So I had my life with only Japanese, and that was a blessing. Just I came to know this wonderful culture from very grassroots level, because I lived my life with Japanese only. So yes, so that time I started doing a lot of free session. I started giving a lot of, even I started teaching Hindi, Bengali, whatever, as a volunteer, yoga, and all those things, So I think it started, helping people started from 2003 as a volunteer. So it just the seed was already from there. Then I moved really many places in Japan, so kept doing the same thing. But the Kumamoto earthquake actually made me think that what different I can do for the society, because everybody, whenever something, the national calamity is happening, people are contributing money or maybe something, clothes, and we don't know what is happening with this money, and we never think about the mental health. So that was the thing I was doing since 2003. I gave it a name, kind of a charity yoga for Kumamoto, and that was the initiative I took, and people, the Japanese, they really appreciated a lot, and it was in different radio channel, and I kept doing a lot of not only for Kumamoto, I did for many countries whenever they needed fund. So I organized yoga events, and the yoga events, so whatever fund, even minimum fund also we raised, and we sent it to that particular country. And even a few times we did for India, a few times Africa, Sri Lanka, many countries, and Japan, whenever Japan had flood. And so everything was through yoga, and it was very different from other, because through yoga, what we taught, that the healing, to spread love, it was very different kind of, not only physical yoga, it was very mostly for mental health. And that was, and my initiative was different. Why it was different? Because when I'm teaching you yoga, I'm not charging you anything, and there is a one cause. It cause, maybe it can be underprivileged education, it can be Kumamoto's earthquake, it can be anything. So if you just relate to the cause, then only you are contributing. You are not forced to contribute anything. So only you feel, yes, I'm taking the service, I should give it to the Kumamoto victims. Then only you are just giving something, donation. It can be 100 yen, it can be 1 yen also, it doesn't matter. Or if you don't want to pay, contribute, it totally doesn't matter. So it was very different kind of initiative, like I'm giving you the free service only if you feel connect with the cause. Then only you are giving whatever coming from your heart. So nobody forcing you to do that. So there was no forceful thing, so it was totally voluntary and activity, voluntarily involvement, and it was totally selfless service from my side, because I'm giving you service only if you feel, and if you just relate to those victims, then only from your heart you're paying. It's not that somebody is forcing you or asking money from you, and that money is going to all those needy whenever they need them. So this is totally a different kind of unique charity program. It was, and it is still an unique charity program, I would say. I don't think that way anybody ever had done. So yes, so that was that way I started. And when I moved to Tokyo and just started doing, it was also a difficult phase of my life, very difficult phase, because I was under another culture shock I've also faced in being in Tokyo. But Yeah, so I gave a name. 2017, I moved to Tokyo. I gave the name. I found out that Tokyo has a different kind of problems. The stress
Hmm.
problem is very much people really don't,
Yes.
because I lived in
Yes.
different parts of Japan, so I observed different kind of
Hmm.
problems and different kind of people. The people are really different in different parts of Japan, and they're so
Hmm.
amazing. But Tokyo people have the problems is they don't laugh much, they don't smile much. They are so focused on work, and the
Hmm.
stress is the main problem here. So
Yes.
so that's why that name, just I was just thinking that the thing I have been doing so from so many years, I should give it a name,
Hmm.
and I should do it for my motherland also. So what name should I
Yes.
give? So I feel like somebody just whisper in my ear that Heal Tokyo,
Feel
and from
Tokyo.
there the Heal Tokyo started. So that's all.
So
This is the
beautiful,
story.
Nupur. And it's so commendable when global Indians like you promote, the goodness of Indian culture abroad and overseas. And so beautifully, you are, promoting our yoga for healing people emotionally, mentally, physically. And that's such a wonderful thing that you're doing, Nupur. Extremely proud of you for that.
Thank
Extremely
you.
proud. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Nupur, okay, I would like to tell my viewers that Nupur has also adopted a school in Aligarh, India. Right, Nupur?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
actually there was it's a not very big school. There was like
Mhm.
when I said that this is the time I should do something for my motherland. At that time, there was a like I came to know through one of my friends that there was
Mm.
a small group of slum children. Actually,
Mhm.
one lady is teaching, but they don't have anything. Just they don't have books. They don't have any place,
Mm.
roof, nothing. So I was also looking for, contributing to the motherland, and this
Right.
news came, and we all together, a small, very small on the school we built.
Mm.
So after that, and right now, yes, that school is there, and
Yes.
whatever initial requirement they had, the books,
Mm.
clothes, everything
Mm.
were given, and the construction also we did from here. So
Beautiful.
yes,
Wow.
the school is there.
Yes.
Yes.
So many people actually adopt schools, but um, in your case, Nupur, I feel that because you also didn't want children to face the same struggles that you had endured during your childhood, I guess this was the essence behind adopting the school and working towards, towards educating the underprivileged children. And that's why this initiative of yours is so commendable, and it's a matter of pride. Nupur, you're doing so good.
Actually,
So,
I have a treaty with myself that whatever I will
hmm.
do for my own satisfaction, not to impress anyone. So this is my
Yes.
self karma, I would say. So
Wow.
anything I do
Hmm.
as my karma. Whenever I feel that somebody is in
Hmm.
need, I
Hmm.
I can feel that because I have
Hmm.
experienced a lot of hard days in my life. I had
Hmm.
days when I did not have food. I had days I
Hmm.
did not, I survived on one samosa also. I had days where I did not have money. I had
Hmm.
not those kind of, I had days when people made me cry. I had days when people made me feel that I'm nothing. I
Hmm.
had days when
Yes.
I just cried all day. So all kind of things I have experienced. So
Yes.
now when I would say I feel that underprivileged people when say that person is underprivileged. Underprivileged is not only financially, it can be
Hmm.
emotionally, it can be different side,
Yes.
emotionally, socially underprivileged,
Hmm.
emotionally underprivileged. So all kind of
Hmm.
things I have experienced in my life. So that's why I can feel those pain, and I
I
want to be with those
understand.
people whenever they need me, whatever way.
Yes.
Especially even if you don't have money, it's okay, you can earn money and you can feed
Hmm.
yourself. But when you are
Right.
emotionally underprivileged, it's really that time
Right.
you need someone to make you realize that you
Right.
can do that. That is the
Right.
worst time, that is the most difficult time one can go through. And that time I
Right.
feel that I should be with someone because I know the pain.
So nice, Nupur. And you always wanted to go to IITTM, Indian Institute of Travel and Tourism Management. And look at you. Now you conduct so many sessions for collegiate students at universities across India and Japan, including IITM now. You have been so passionate about youth empowerment. How do you contribute towards this empowerment of the young generation through your sessions?
So yeah, I have been taking a lot of sessions in different universities. Like I have taken
Hmm.
2,000 session in different universities across India
Hmm.
itself. So yes, so the today's generation actually so many facilities
Hmm.
are there. So today's youth are very much confused with their lives. So I
Right.
feel that I should be someone who should just
Hmm.
at least
Hmm.
give them the right way of thinking, right thoughts, right a little bit
Hmm.
light in their lives so they can think properly, they can just plan
Right.
their lives. So the empowerment, the first thing actually, it is not that people are
Hmm.
very much vocal about women
Hmm.
empowerment.
Hmm.
Actually people are always, I don't know whether people what they mean about women
Hmm.
empowerment, but women,
Hmm.
it cannot be, our society cannot be empowered only talking about women empowerment.
Yes.
Empowerment should
Yes.
be totally for the both gender,
Right.
men and
Both.
women. So it is total
Right.
empowerment. So I believe in total empowerment, because if men are not, they don't understand, they cannot give respect to women. And
Hmm.
this is the half empowerment again it is going to
Hmm.
be. So society should be empowered, so society
Hmm.
should be equal. So
Hmm.
empowerment, so what I tell my students, the first step of empowerment is self acceptance, self
Hmm.
realization. And
Hmm.
when you will accept yourself who you are, then you will definitely, you will
Right.
you will respect this who is in front of you, for
Right.
that person, for being him or her. So
Right.
when you are accepting yourself, you are accepting others too. When you are loving
Hmm.
yourself, you are loving others too. It cannot
Right.
be, it cannot be like empowerment has no
Hmm.
place for selfish people or
Yes.
selfish reason, I would say. So
Yes.
empowerment is for the society equal growth.
Hmm.
So understanding self acceptance, self realization, when you will
Hmm.
have, you will accept others, you will um, realize, you will understand others, and
Hmm.
that is the whole society's growth. And
Right.
the whole society will grow together. And that's the real empowerment. Not only women empowerment, give them, oh, that person is empowered when that person is earning money. There are
Hmm.
so many, there are
Yes.
millions of women, they're earning money, but they're
Yes.
emotionally not empowered. They cannot leave their
Yes.
husband, they're beaten at
Yes.
home, but they're earning money, they're working, they're
Hmm.
they're not empowered at all. Earning
Not at
money
all.
does not describe that you are empowered. Financial independence is not, going to describe that you
Hmm.
are empowered. This is just
Empowered.
a one tool, just
Yes.
one tool of being
Yes.
empowered. So
Hmm.
empowerment is self-acceptance, self-realization, and
Hmm.
believing in
Correct.
yourself. It is
Right, Nupur.
for the both gender, not only
Hmm.
for women, but for the both gender. So this is the real
So
empowerment,
rightly
I would
said.
say.
Yes, Nupur, that was so lovely, such a lovely message that empowerment is a very big term. You cannot just restrict it to financial empowerment and so on, right? It is a very big domain, a very big term in itself. So beautifully expressed, Nupur. So, Nupur, you also offered COVID-19 healing sessions for the people who were in isolation as well. Please tell us something about this initiative of yours.
Oh, actually, we do a lot of free yoga sessions,
Hmm.
mostly on Sundays. So
Mm-hmm.
we have the last year I have done like thousands of sessions in these kind of free sessions,
Wow.
and And this year actually a little bit I got tied up with a lot of things, so yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
year very less this year, I would like to say. So and when it comes to counseling, whenever I have time, I just, whenever somebody comes, yeah, the counseling, I keep doing counseling. And we actually here also in HealTokyo session, on every Sunday we have our session, HealTokyo, which we used to do in Buddhist temple. Now because of the Corona's Tokyo
Cool.
situation is not so good, so that's why it is closed. But we do most of the Sundays we do online session, online
Okay.
for online session. And mostly Japanese, all the Japanese and foreigners, they join these sessions. And yeah, and for the mental health, I think the physically, as the Paralympic is going on and it's ended,
Yes.
you can totally understand that even though they're physically, they're not that capable, but they're mentally so much capable, and that is the reason they
Yes.
have got so many, we have
Yes.
got so many gold. They're
Yes.
achievers, so mental health should be very much, we should have to take care of our mental health, is the most important. Because it's okay, your success, your achievement can wait maybe 1 year if you're mentally fine. So if you need time, just give yourself time for a week, for a month, and spend time with yourself. You need healing, please do that. And again, when you're healed, get back to your work or
Correct.
wherever you are. Because everybody needs the time for healing. So
Yes.
mental health, today's
Yes.
world, actually the physical health is less important, I wouldn't, than mental health. Because when you're mentally fit, you can take care yourself physically
Yes.
as well. When you're
Yes.
mentally not fit, you cannot take
Yes.
care of yourself anyway. So you have to
Correct.
be totally mentally fit, then you can take care of everything. So if you need to
Correct.
take time off from your schedule, do that. But please take care of your mental health, heal yourself. Maybe if you need few days a week,
Yes.
few days a month, or a few weeks in a year, do that. Take interval,
Yes.
take time off and heal
Hmm.
yourself, then
Yes.
resume
That's very
your work.
important.
So mental health is very important. Yeah.
Very important. Very important, Nupur. Talking about the Paralympics, see, you have your own popular talk show. You also worked for Indian News Channel, where you took interviews of the Indian sportsmen and women participating at the Tokyo Olympics 2021. I'm sure you must have swollen with pride representing India. Tell us something more about your experience.
Oh, it was a great experience, actually taking all the athletes interview. I think I took a lot of interviews. I think most interviews than any other news channel, I guess,
Wow.
I would say. And it was really fun, taking all those athletes interview, and they're so cute, especially Mirabai Chanu. Oh, she's such a cute girl
Yeah,
and
she's
so
so cute.
sweet,
Yes, so
so
humble.
sweet, so humble.
Hmm.
And most of the athletes are so humble, they're so great. And
Hmm.
you should watch my interviews, actually. um,
Hmm.
that Satish Kumar, he's
Yes.
in army, like
Yes.
so sweet guy, and I would like to say with a little bit pride, because
Yeah.
our main Olympic, or most of the guys, they could not win the
Hmm.
medal, and that was such a disappointment for themselves. Actually, for
Hmm.
themselves, I would say, they made
Hmm.
country proud. Definitely, we all are proud of them.
Yes.
So before taking the interviews, I had to do the counseling, because nobody
Oh,
was ready for interview, because they were, broken heart they had.
I know. I know.
So I had to just do the counseling, and and make them ready for the
Hmm.
interview. So all the athletes, they really praised me after the interview, that it was very different kind of interview, because I never took like news channel interview. So what did you do? Why did you, those kind of,
Hmm.
I always,
Right.
with the calmness, with a little bit healing
Yes.
touch, I take interviews. So that was really very different. And wonderful time I had with them taking interviews,
Hmm.
and especially, when you win something, the whole
Hmm.
world is after you. When you are not
Hmm.
winning, and
Yes.
then
That's
that time they need more time, more attention,
yes.
more healing.
Yes.
So I gave more importance to those people, and got
Very good.
connected with them, took their interviews,
So
and
nice.
on my own way I healed them, and some athlete, like, they loved my voice so much. They said, "Oh, are you from heaven? Such a beautiful voice you have got."
Oh,
Because I sent voice message most of the
lovely.
time. So yes, I had a
Lovely.
wonderful
Hmm.
experience, and lovely people are our athletes are so
Hmm.
lovely, so great. The country
Hmm.
is proud of. We all are proud of
Right.
them.
Right. Right. So, Nupur, like you have been representing India on various international platforms. Japanese culture is a very rich culture. I read it in one of your interviews that you're planning to introduce the Japanese way of learning to the Indian teaching practices. What good teaching practices should we adopt from the Japanese culture?
Yeah, Japanese, actually, since I'm into teaching as well, so Japanese, a lot of things, there are a lot of
Right.
things. This most of the thing, I think,
Hmm.
equality we can learn, which is actually missing in Indian system, the equality.
Hmm.
The most,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to the kindergarten and the elementary school, and
Hmm.
the equal until the compulsory education in Japan, it is until grade 9, and
Hmm.
everybody is equal here. It doesn't matter which family you belong to,
Hmm.
whether you're rich or poor, or whether you're privileged or underprivileged. Everybody has
Hmm.
to come to school,
Yes.
and you are treated equally. That
Hmm.
equality, I think, the most important in a school, when
Hmm.
you are not like, "Oh, your father is that, oh, you're I'm from a rich family, I have
Yes.
like Rolls Royce." So this is that equality is very important. This is one.
Yes.
Secondly,
Lovely.
in Japanese school, since the very beginning, from 3 years old, they are
Hmm.
taught about team spirit, like, let's grow together. But India,
Hmm.
that is again missing. We just
Yes.
individual. It is totally individual. Just you have to be first always. It is like it is
Hmm.
taught by parents, by the society, by the country. They're just taught that you have to be number one.
Hmm.
But in Japan, it is like we have to be number one. So the country, the team spirit, teamwork is very important in Japan. And that is, I want to take it to India. The teamwork. One country cannot grow until unless you
Yes.
have teamwork.
Yes.
So that
So
is the
right.
love for the country, so that we are Japanese, and let's grow
Hmm.
together. That is very much important. So teamwork, that equality and teamwork,
Hmm.
two things should be in Indian society. Especially teamwork is very important, and not
Hmm.
even, but unfortunately in India, the kids are told that you have to be number one.
Yes.
So there are a lot of things, actually. I want to
Hmm.
take these qualities, I want to take it to India. The discipline,
Right.
the
The
organization, the
discipline,
organized
right.
skill, and
Hmm.
a lot of things, really. And I have been trying my
Yes.
best. Even I have my talk show there, one for women, one for business, one I'm doing on army, also Indian army. So yeah, so I'm just even
Lovely.
through my shows, also talk shows, I'm
Hmm.
trying to tell
Hmm.
the both countries, in the Japanese
Hmm.
good things, I'm trying to tell it
Right.
to Indian
Right.
audience, Indian good things, I'm
Right.
tell to Japanese audience. So I'm
Right.
just, step by step, I'm just trying to do my work. Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant, Nupur. Um, your efforts have also been recognized by the United Nations for extending your help to Sri Lanka and Africa. You're a philanthropist, and you've also received recognition for your efforts from the Humanity Foundation of SBI, Global Mice, India Star Book of Records, the Nargis Dutt Foundation, and so on. Um, I just want to know, Nupur, what is your success mantra?
Um, I don't know. I don't think I'm successful yet. The way actually, um,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, people say you're
Mm.
just being humble. No, I'm not. Actually, I'm just. I feel just I want to reveal on your show because these days
Sure.
I do. I since I'm doing my own show, so I give less interviews. These days. So so. Uh, I feel like this year is kind of turning point of my life,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2021, and I have already entered in different stage of my life. So
Mm-hmm.
where I know what I want to do from with my rest of the life. So that is totally good news for me. And other than that, yeah, this is again, I feel like the second stage of my life. Like it was the first stage when I realized my own potential, I realized who I am,
Mm-hmm.
I realized uh, why I'm born for. Now,
Mm.
from here, from 2021, I'm just starting the second stage of my life where I'm going to work. I'm going to implement all those
Ah,
things.
so
So what
nice.
I had done as of now, that was just
Hmm.
preliminary. That was the base. I just made my um, base, or I would say that those were very important to tell myself
Hmm.
that who I am and what I
Yes.
am here for, because I'm
Finding
a
the
spiritual
purpose.
person. I'm very
Hmm.
deeply spiritual person. So now 2021 is a turning point of my life, and I know who I am, what I want to be. And as I said, I really don't do anything to impress anyone, because
Right.
impressing myself is most difficult task, because I'm not satisfied with myself.
Right.
I have to be satisfied with myself.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yes, I would say no, I'm not at all successful
Mm-hmm.
yet, but yes, I will be when it comes to materialistic goal, because I have
Hmm.
spiritual and materialistic.
Right.
So I'm not at all afraid of losing anything materialistic, because I believe
Right.
in myself. So it's
Right.
totally fine. I know I can earn money,
Right.
because if I want. So I'm not afraid of losing anything
Um.
when it comes to materialistic thing. And the spiritual success for me is very
Hmm.
important, because
Yes.
for my own satisfaction, for my soul's satisfaction, I'd say. So I would say this year I'm starting, and yes, I tell you, Sugandha,
Hmm.
definitely. When
Yeah.
it comes to materialistic success, I'll be very successful for the world. When it comes to spiritual success, that is for myself,
Hmm.
and that would be my own success. The both way, I'll be
Wow.
very successful, and that is, the viewers must be thinking that she's so proud of herself. No, I'm not proud, not at all, because I know who I am.
Yes.
So I understood thing,
Yes.
and the materialistic success is for the
Hmm.
world, not for myself.
Yes.
I'm not going to take
Yes.
it to the next level. That is just for the world, because that is my karma. I'm here to do
Yes.
my karma, and
Yes,
I'll be
Nupur.
doing as my karma. I'm not
Yes.
going to take pride of those success, because that
Right.
is just my karma. As this body I have given a name, Nupur Tewari, so
Hmm.
that Nupur Tewari's karma would be those materialistic things. And when it comes to
Yes.
spiritual, that's me.
Hmm.
That success would be mine, totally
Yes,
my own
Nupur.
thing. And for the other, since
Hmm.
those, especially women, men, who for the viewers,
Hmm.
I would like to say the success mantra. The first success mantra would be just take a deep breath and tell yourself
Hmm.
that life has an expiry date. You are not here
Hmm.
forever, and you have responsibility towards yourself.
Hmm.
Dream beyond you can think.
Hmm.
Dream there. When you will be, your dream would be big, then only
Hmm.
you can think of just reaching there. So
Yes.
first dream, and then you just start your journey from there. But be honest to yourself, be
Hmm.
honest with things you do, and make sure you're doing
Right.
things for the humanity. You're not hurting
Right.
people, because end of the day we have to die, we have to leave this
Right.
world,
Right.
and you are not going to take anything with you. And
Right,
in
Nupur.
this journey, make sure that knowingly you're not hurting anyone. But
That's so
at the same
important.
time, respect yourself too,
Right.
because that's also your job. So make sure that you're not letting others to hurt you as well.
Yes.
So these
So
are the
nice.
success mantra. Believe in yourself, believe in
Right,
yourself,
Nupur.
and stay away from all the negative energy.
Thank you so much, Nupur. That was so wonderful. And it was a pleasure having you with us, Nupur. Thank you so much for your time and for being with us. We loved having you on our platform. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for sharing your inspiring story with us and our viewers. And thank you for joining us all the way from Japan. Thank you, Nupur. Arigato
Thank you.
gozaimasu.
Thank you, Sugandha. Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you and arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.